Hey guys, what's up? This is Dwayne Charles with Men of the Word, and it's Sunday evening. I hope you had a wonderful day at church. I pray your church was open where you could go worship freely in the freest country in the history of our world. In the midst of all the things that are going on in 2020, the biggest thing has been the pandemic, COVID 19. And that has spurred a lot of debate in our country. However, there are pandemics that are going on that are greater than COVID 19, that are doing more damage than COVID 19. So let's put away the talk of masks for a minute, and let's put away the talk of social distancing for a minute, and let's talk about today's modern slavery. Today's modern slavery, the most popular form of it, is sex trafficking. 30 minutes north of me, today, there's going to be 400 young people that are enslaved, be trafficked, and be sold for sex tonight, just in Dallas, 30 minutes north of me. Guys, we have to realize what's really going on in this world. Pedophilia is being normalized in our country. There are people literally stepping up and saying that it's nothing more than another mental condition. That it should be treated as just another sexual condition. There is people actually advocating that today. I learned another form of a way that adults are using these kids that are being enslaved. And this is hard to say, but they're being tortured. And they're tortured and tortured and tortured until the point that their adrenaline is just going 90 to nothing. And then they kill them and somehow eat their adrenal glands. Sounds ludicrous. My wife mentioned it. I looked it up. It's true. And it's like a drug. It gives these people an adrenaline rush, and it acts like a drug to them. Guys, we have a lost world. And there's only one truth that can save us all. There's only one truth that can release us from a fear of a COVID-19, or that can relieve the hurt and the burden of a sex trafficked child. I listened to an 18-year-old friend of the family speak about it today in church in front of a congregation of about 350 as he stood up boldly and spoke the truth of Jesus Christ and the gospel. Are we speaking the gospel the way we need to do it? Are we speaking the gospel everywhere we go? Are we ready to lay down our lives for those who are weaker than us men? The true leaders of our nation, the men that serve Jesus Christ, that follow his lead. Guys, I've raised little girls, and I've raised sons. I cannot imagine something like this happening to them. God gave his most precious son on the cross for us. He was tortured and beaten so that we may be able to speak boldly, covered in the blood that he shed on the cross to save our souls. If we do not go out and speak boldly against these things, if we do not quit dwelling so much on our own opinions and dwelling so much on the politics of the matter, and start handling this as the gospel commands us to handle it, we're never going to get the momentum that we need for the gospel of Jesus Christ. So here's my challenge to anyone who's watching this video, man or woman. When you want to throw out your political opinion, and there's nothing wrong with having political opinions, I definitely have mine. Make sure before you tell someone about politics, you tell them about Jesus Christ. So they know your heart. So that they know you come at them with love. Because politics doesn't have love. You know, it's hard to understand someone's heart until you understand the rationality of them, of where their heart is. So before you throw your opinions out on whether you should wear a mask or not wear a mask, and whether you should quarantine or not quarantine, or stay 6 feet away or stay this way, make sure they know Jesus Christ first. That's our job. That should be the first thing out of our mouth in any situation. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Because there's more power and authority in that name than any other name in the world. And anybody who rejects that name, you're not going to rationalize with them anyway. So that lets you know you can go ahead and move on. So guys, this is Dwayne with Men of the Word. I pray this message gets out there to people. I pray that it's shared. And I pray that it's acted upon. Guys, God bless, and y'all have a great evening.